What's up, world? Jeff Lerner here. Jeff Lerner here. Jeff Lerner here. Should be live right now on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook group, Facebook page, all kinds of multicasting happening. I want to talk to you guys today. First of all, let me know you're here. What's up, Josh? Appreciate you being here. You guys, let me know you're here. I want to hear from you. I just want to know. I like to know that the world. Lorenzo, what's up, my friend? What's up? I'll tell you real quick what we're going to talk about today. And then again, let me know you're here. I want to have a little back and forth. I only have about 20 minutes. I probably won't even go that long. I'm recording an interview at the quarter of the next hour with a guy down in Houston. He's a guy that helps companies raise billions and billions of dollars. That's going to be going live on our Millionaire Secrets podcast and YouTube show. If you haven't checked that out, make sure to go to my YouTube channel, Jeff Lerner Official, and you'll see the Millionaire Secrets series. We're doing interviews. We've got a podcast. If it's on all the major platforms. I'm actually recording 2 today. Yeah, we're just blowing things up. World takeover. Listen, and this isn't even what I want to talk about, but I'm just going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you. You can do it. You can go so big. Stop settling. Don't settle. Don't play small. You can go so big in this world. Here's the thing. Like the world, there's this tension between your level of belief and the world's level of doubt. They will doubt you. They will tell you that you're crazy. And here's the thing. Whatever they tell you to your face, they're saying 100 times more behind your back. And you got to learn to believe that. You got to train yourself to believe that. And use it as fuel. Frankly, they probably don't talk about me as much as I think they do. I'm probably not as big a deal to them as I think I am. But I've built it up in my mind because it gives me motivation. It gives me fuel. People always say, oh, for self-esteem purposes, remember, the world doesn't care. The world isn't all looking at you. They aren't all talking about you. No, but you're not as big a deal to anyone else as you are to yourself. I'm calling BS. I'm actually going the other way. I'm saying when you get ready, when it's your time, you flip the script and you say, actually, BS, dude, I'm a huge deal. I'm a huge deal. It's not arrogance. It's a gift. But you can build it. I'm a huge deal if what? If I'm confident, if I'm secure, if I build it, if I'm consistent, if I hustle, if I outwork, if I bring it every day. I'll build it. And then I don't have to create this. I don't have to do mantras about how I'm happy, I'm secure, nobody else can. Like, bullshit. You build it, you draw attention, ask for the attention. You can. The best thing you have going for you in this world is how scared the rest of the world is to be known. It's the best thing. It's the opportunity. And there's guys that have been saying this to us for a long time. It took me 10 years to get the memo. 10 years I tried so hard to be an entrepreneur, to be a business. Actually, I've been trying to be an entrepreneur for 25 years. I started when I was 16 years old. 10 years I actually started to kind of get some stuff to click. But what I didn't really understand is that it is all a manifestation of personal security. Thank you, John. Thank you. You get to the point where you want for nothing. You want for no one's approval, and suddenly you'll have it. Suddenly you'll have it. You'll have it when you stop wanting it. It's who's the philosopher? Alan Watts. Alan Watts. I can't remember what he calls about it. The law of, I can't remember, but basically he talks about a glass. And you have water and you have dirt, and you want the dirt to settle at the bottom. And the way you get the dirt to settle at the bottom is you stop fretting about it. You stop shaking the glass. Let it be. Let it happen. Lorenzo, I appreciate you. Like, I decided, oh my gosh, I had this moment of pain and pleasure at the same time, almost 2 years ago, where I said, my God, it is so painful. It is so painful and miserable and stunting and constricting and sick to go through life worrying what the hell other people think. And and you can't just say, I don't care. Unfortunately, in the world we live in, your reality has to demonstrate your internal state, or else it's not real, because we live in a world, never mind the world we live in, we carry a world in here that has to have real reinforcement of principle, or else we don't know. We're too existentially chaotic to know if we don't make it real. So we have to create realities for ourselves to prove, to demonstrate what we say or what we want. Otherwise, we don't know that it's real. So for me, that meant that it wasn't enough to say, I don't care what people think. What's up, Corbin? I love you, bro. I love you. Thanks for being here. It wasn't enough for me to say, I don't care what other people think. I had to prove it. I had to prove it by going through the gauntlet of exposing myself to an intense experience of what other people think, so that I could know that I didn't care. That's the only way I could make it real. And from what do you do in the world? You want to know that you don't care what other people think? You want to know that you're on a self-determined path? You want to know that you're in the world but not of the world? Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Suffer the slings and the arrows and the attacks. Prove the thickness of your own skin. It isn't real if it's just an idea. You have to prove it. Go public. Go public. Why would I go public? Because you have to. It's the only way to prove that you're actually as alive as you might have yourself convinced. And I know, because I waited till I was 39 years old to do it. And I realized in the doing that I had not yet truly started living. But when you can go out to the world, and I don't care if it's like emotional nudism. You go out to the world, you bear it all, you take what they have to say. I should read you the comments that I have been getting lately. And it becomes a litmus test of what's happening in the world, because the more vulnerable and transparent and emotionally exposed and unapologetic you get, the more agitated the world gets, because they see their own insecurity reflected in your behavior, and they will attack. And then you don't have to convince yourself, you know that you are okay. That's all I ever wanted, man, was just to be okay. That's all I ever wanted. John, Amaro, JP, Sawan, Corbin, Jeff, Lorenzo, Richard, Jesper. I appreciate all of you. Let's see who's with me on Facebook. Who's with me on Facebook? I got to blow this up. It's gonna do the audio pop that it always does. It's gonna do the audio pop that it always does. Hold on, let me mute that thing. Oh, I swear the connection speeds. Can't we live in a world now where there's just good connections all the time? Is that too much to ask? Stuart, what's up? Johnny, what's up? Ryan, what's up? Craig, what's up? I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all of you in the knowing that you can't hurt me. And the more I lean into this, the better things get. What's up, Monica? I promise you, if you aren't getting the results you want in this world, it's because you're either playing scared, you're playing small, or you haven't been playing unscared and unsmall, which I think means courageous and big, long enough. Sustain it over time. You can't help but get the results that you're looking for, because the dynamic is in your favor, because the rest of the world won't do it. Literally the fabric of my life has now become, I will do the things that anyone could do, but everyone won't do. Online business, anybody could do it. Do you have all the money you could possibly want in this world? Awesome. More power to you if you do. If you don't, you can get it online. You can get it online. That's true for you and you and you and you and you. It's true for all of you. And I'm telling you this, and you might do it, but you statistically probably won't. I was sick of being broke. At least I got that memo. 2008, I started. I ain't broke anymore. But I had other challenges. I was emotionally broke. I was scared. At this point, I'd rather be broke than scared. The fear is what I absolutely will not tolerate in my life anymore, ever. Non-negotiable. Come into my world with an attack. Unless you physically have a gun in my house, I do not fear you. And if you do physically have, this isn't an invitation, by the way, but if you do physically have a gun in my house, I will get my gun and shoot you. Emotionally, I will, shoot, I don't attack. I don't have to attack because it just doesn't matter. The whole sticks and stones thing is like actually for real. So go online, put yourself out there, express your opinion, and don't make it about Trump, and don't make it about Black Lives Matter, and don't make it about COVID, all that. These are cheap. These are easy things to go be controversial about. Make it about your soul. Make it about crap that matters. Make it about how much you love your wife. This is what's mind-blowing. I say this from experience. You go online and make a video about how much you love your wife and how you want her to know it, and you want her to feel it, and that you're passionate and committed to expressing that energy because you think maybe it could be a nurturing or inspiring force for the world. You go online, you record that, you broadcast it, and you spend $50 to promote it to the world. But when I got started on this journey, I didn't just make videos. I spent money to put them out in front of people because I wanted people to feel what I'm about. And people will hate you for it. They will hate you. How dare this asshole interrupt my feed? Well, I'm clicking on clickbait and I'm reading all the BuzzFeed top 10 lists about how Kim Kardashian got her booty to look like that. How dare this asshole interrupt me to tell me about how he loves his wife? Man, I'm busy. I'm busy with negativity. Don't interrupt me with that positive bull crap. And they will attack you. They will say, this guy's a little bitch. They will say, man, screw this guy. Only they won't say screw. They will say, why don't you stick a thing, you know what, they come on, like they get all so freaking militant when you try to be kind and decent because they don't want kindness. They don't want decency. And then you know that your kindness and your decency is actually impervious. It's actually genuine. It's not conditional. It's not hoping for a certain response. And then you know that you're fully expressed and you know that your heart is in it because your heart follows your money. Record a video talking about how you love your children. Record a video talking about your commitment to your health. Record a video talking about the good things in your life and spend your money. Spend your actual money to put it out in front of the world because if it's positive, trust me, the world needs it. And no, you will get negativity in return. It's brutal right now too. The world is they're so riled up. They just want to hurt you. And they can't if you don't let them. Do you know how powerful you become when you know as an empirical demonstrated fact followed by your money and your heart that you can't be hurt by other people's opinions? Never mind the business result. By the way, there's a business intertwined with all this stuff that I do, all this noise that I talk, and it is crushing it right now. Business up 400% in the last 4 months. No exaggeration. 100% a month growth in my business because I go online unafraid. Hear me on that. I go online unafraid. And these assholes, they try to hurt me. But somehow they end up buying from me too. I don't even know. But never mind the business. I'm not saying the business isn't cool. But I'm saying this. If you got a widget, if you got a dog walking business, if you got a pie recipe, if you got some baseball cards you want to trade with people, if you want to sell your car, if you want to attract people to come bring their cars to you to do oil changes, if you want to crack their back because you're a chiropractor, if you want to clean their teeth because you're a dentist, if you want to do anything, if you want to accomplish any commercial result in the world we live in, the number one way that you do it is you put yourself out there authentically and unafraid. Because people in the world we live in are so sick of being marketed to, they want to do business with real people. Hear me on that. They want to do business with real people, and I have the data to back that up. Anyway, so I got to do this interview in like 10 minutes, and I need to do a little more prep with the guy. So I'm going to wrap this. This is not even what I was here to talk about. Jesper says, a little off topic, but what do you think will happen after the robbed stores by BLM protesters? I think they'll go home. I think eventually they'll be like, man, I'm going to get evicted if I don't go back to my job, make some money, and like pay my rent because, The freaking landlord doesn't care what my cause is. The landlord, I'm 60 days late on my rent. I've been out in the streets. I've been in the no police zone defending my territory. That's not really my territory. Only shit. They're selling my stuff. If they're moving me out of my apartment, I just got evicted 30 days ago because I've been here in the zone. I mean, those people are going to go home. They're going to go back to work. Hey, Jesper, I don't even know what you mean. But, I mean, that's the thing. Like, this is not a productive way to deal with things. I'm actually glad you asked. Let's talk about how to deal with things. Because I'm really trying to be very, very open-minded and very productive and proactive in this situation. And this is what I know. Hey, Ryan, I appreciate that, man. This is what I know. I know that if I want to have a positive impact, first of all, I can't hate on the politicians because politicians did work that I have not yet been willing to do. They put themselves out there. They got themselves elected. If I want to have influence, if I want to have impact, if I want to matter enough to actually make my opinion count in the system, it's not by busting windows. It's by getting elected. But it's hard to get elected. Yeah, no shit. The people who got elected also had a hard time getting elected. They did the thing. They did the work. They got elected. Now their opinion matters more than yours. Swallow that pill. Swallow that pill. Their opinion matters more than yours because they did a hard thing and got themselves elected to office. You want your opinion to matter? You want to be able to push your agenda through? Get yourself elected. What's up, Maury? I appreciate you, man. Get yourself elected. Why am I doing what I'm doing? You know why? Because I'm smart and I have good ideas, and my good ideas don't mean shit if nobody listens to me. That's why I do what I do. Yeah, I love growing my business. Yeah, I love having this lifestyle, this internet marketing stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm 41 years old. I'm 41 years old. It's not, I got money. I'm good. This is not about that. This is about, I know that I have good ideas. I know that I can help people. I know that I can make change in this world. I know that I can have a positive impact if I get people's attention. Understand that. The people that are out in the streets breaking crap, it's because they're trying to make an impact when they don't have attention. So they're doing what kids do, trying to go get attention so that you'll listen to them. But let me ask you this. When your kids throw a fit and tantrum in your house, are you really listening to them? And I'm not saying their position is right or wrong. It's about tactics. It's about strategy. If you want to be heard, if you want to have an impact, you have to get people's attention in a strategic way. It's called marketing. People who aren't getting their needs met in this world are short of one skill, and it's called marketing. You want to get your needs met in this world? Become a better marketer so that you can get people's attention, so that you can attract their interest, so that you can present them with a solution to a problem, so that you can compel them to take action and make a decision in favor of what you would like them to do, and you can move your agenda forward. You can do that, not by tantruming in the streets, but by learning to market. That is why I market, because I want to matter. I'm not embarrassed or afraid to tell you, to admit to you. As God is my witness, I want to matter in this world. I don't want to have to wait until I'm dead and my eternal spirit can elevate to some place where we're all equal and we all matter. BS, I don't want to wait. I want to matter now. And I realized a while back it didn't matter what color my skin was. It didn't matter where I came from. It didn't matter what my last name was. It didn't matter what I believed. It didn't matter how hard I worked. It didn't matter even how smart I was or how good my ideas were. It only mattered if I knew how to communicate in a way that got my ideas to land and be received. And that's called marketing. You become a good enough marketer, you can scale your business to the moon. You become a good enough marketer, you can get yourself elected to office. You become a good enough marketer, you can build a movement and you can lead a tribe. Hear me on that. Entre Nation Facebook group, 4,000 strong. Welcome. I appreciate all who have joined. Why are you there? Ask yourself, why did I join this thing? I'll tell you why. Because I'm actually a good marketer. And it doesn't mean I'm a manipulative person. And it doesn't mean I tricked anyone. It's because I have ideas and I knew they were good, but I learned how to communicate them in a way that people would receive. And that is not by breaking things. It is so easy to destroy and it is so hard to create. But marketing is the long-form creative strategy that allows you to build things that enroll what you must have to make meaningful improvements in this world, which is the buy-in of other people. That's why you become a marketer. That's why you become a marketer. Hear me on that. I just recorded a video. This is what I was actually going to talk about today. I just recorded a video. Actually, it released a day or two ago. It's on YouTube, and it's about how to set yourself up in this world if you're under 30 years old. But the reason I wanted to shoot this live is I wanted to make sure that it does not exclude people who might be older than 30 years old. Because here's the main point of that video, and I want to share this idea with everyone. The main point of that video, again, it's you want your ideas to matter, you got to build attention. You got to get people's attention. You got to put energy into your ideas, and you got to structure them in such a way that other people can attach to them and help you build momentum. But there's another thing that you can do. What did I say? You want to prove to yourself that you're emotionally bulletproof? Record a video about positive things and then put your money where your mouth is, literally, and syndicate it to the world so that you can see how much it pisses people off, and you can prove to yourself that you will survive the attacks. You will weather the storm. And then you know you're committed, right? And then you know you're actually getting stronger. But what does that require? What does it require to do that strategy? It requires money. You got to have money if you want your ideas to matter. It helps if you got money, right? So marketing is about packaging good ideas, but also being able to syndicate them, being able to broadcast them to the world. And you get a lot more oomph in that effort if you got some money, right? So the point of this YouTube video was about how we have I would call it an illness in our culture and in our society where we want to de-emphasize the significance of money because it's politically incorrect. It might offend people who don't have much of it. Well, if it's offending you because you don't have much of it, how does that support the idea that it's not important? If it wasn't important, you wouldn't be offended by the subject based on your lack of the thing. If somebody talks about yo-yos, I don't get offended because, well, I don't have a yo-yo. It's offensive if you talk about yo-yos when I don't have a yo-yo. The reason I don't get offended by my absence or presence of having a yo-yo is because yo-yos don't freaking matter. Money matters. That's why people get offended when they don't have it and you talk about it. So go get some. That's what the video's about. I'm speaking to young people because young people, I think they got a lot of nonsense coming at them about, pursue your dreams, do the things that make you happy. It's about hiking in the mountains. It's about love. BS, don't fall in love until you have the money to build a great life. Don't pursue your passion until you got enough money to go do it in a meaningful way. I tried. I was a musician. I loved music. I tried to make a life out of it, and I was broke and miserable all the time. Go get some money, so that you have gas to pour on the flames of anything that's important to you. Whether it's ideas, whether it's momentum, whether it's a political cause, whether it's a passion, whether it's a hobby. Anyway, that's what this video is about. I got to wrap here because I got to jump to this other interview. But this video on YouTube, basically it makes one statement that I think everybody needs to hear. I'm going to say this. I'm going to leave you at that. Money needs to be the most important thing in your life until you build your life to a place where you can afford for money to not be the most important thing in your life. Let me say that again. I got limited time. Money needs to be the most important thing in your life until you build your life to a point where you can afford for money to not be the most important thing in your life. Money needs to be the most important thing in your life until you build your life to a point where you can afford for money to not be the most important thing in your life. Say that over and over and over and over. I got to go. Keep saying it yourself until you get it. Money needs to be the most important thing in your life until you build your life to a point where you can afford for money to not be the most important thing in your life. It'll become important when you have a family. It'll become important when you want to do a fun thing. It'll become important when you want to travel. It'll become important when you want to go protest in the streets for 90 days and you'll be able to do that because you'll have the money. The most important thing is staying alive, and the best way to stay alive is to build fortresses that cost money. John, I think we actually agree. I got to go, world. I appreciate you. I love you. God bless. And if you don't like me, that's cool too. I can take it. Peace.